Have you ever wondered what would happen if we land on Saturn? An intriguing thought, isn't it? A planet so distant, so massive it seems almost a realm of fantasy. Yet, it's very much a part of our solar system, the sixth planet from the Sun, nestled between Jupiter and Uranus. Saturn is an enormous gas giant, second only to Jupiter in size. It's over 9 times the size of Earth. For centuries, Saturn has captivated the human imagination with its iconic rings, spun from countless particles of ice and rock. This celestial spectacle has been a beacon for astronomers and space enthusiasts alike. But over time, our fascination has evolved from mere observation to a burning desire for exploration. As we've journeyed deeper into the cosmos, our curiosity has only grown. Space, the final frontier, has become a canvas for our dreams, our theories, and our questions. We've sent spacecraft to Mars, Jupiter, and even beyond the boundaries of our solar system. And yet there's still so much we don't understand. Every new discovery only serves to remind us of our own insignificance in the grand scheme of the universe. And so we turn our gaze to Saturn. What secrets does this gas giant hold? What could we learn from a closer examination of its atmospheric conditions, its magnetic field, its moons? Could Saturn in some way hold the key to understanding more about our own planet's evolution? But here's the crux of the matter. Saturn, unlike Earth or Mars, is a gas giant. It doesn't have a solid surface for us to land on. Instead, it's composed primarily of hydrogen and helium with traces of other elements. Imagine trying to step onto a cloud. That's somewhat akin to what landing on Saturn might feel like. It's a completely different ballgame from what we've experienced with lunar or Martian landings. So, what exactly would happen if we were to land on Saturn? Well, that's a question that certainly warrants further exploration. Stay tuned as we delve into this fascinating concept in the next segment. Saturn, a gas giant, is unlike any planet we've set foot on before. This celestial body, the sixth planet from the Sun, is a world of mystery and wonder, a swirling mass of gas and liquid that defies our terrestrial understanding of what a planet should be. Saturn is primarily composed of hydrogen and helium, much like the Sun. But don't let that fool you into thinking it's a warm and inviting place. Far from it. The atmosphere is dense and the pressure is so intense it could crush a spacecraft like a tin can. The deeper you go, the hydrogen gas becomes a seething sea of liquid hydrogen and helium. The weather on Saturn is a spectacle unto itself. Imagine winds whipping at over 1,000 miles per hour, faster than the speed of sound on Earth. Picture colossal storms that can last for months, even years, larger than our home planet itself. The Great White Spot, a tempestuous storm that recurs roughly every 30 years, is a prime example. It's a maelstrom of swirling clouds and lightning 1,000 times more powerful than anything we've ever seen on Earth. And then there are Saturn's rings, a dazzling display of cosmic jewelry. These rings are not solid, but composed of countless pieces of ice and rock, ranging in size from tiny grains to mountain-sized chunks, all orbiting Saturn at breakneck speed. They're a testament to the chaotic and violent history of our solar system, remnants of comets, asteroids, or perhaps even shattered moons. But what about landing on Saturn? Well, that's where things get complicated. You see, Saturn doesn't have a solid surface, not like Earth or Mars. It's a world of gas and liquid, a swirling, churning mass that would swallow up any spacecraft that tried to land. With such conditions, a landing on Saturn becomes a complex puzzle, and that's an understatement. But it's a puzzle that scientists and engineers are eager to solve, as the secrets of this gas giant could shed light on the origins and evolution of our own planet. Imagine a journey to Saturn, a planet without a solid surface to welcome us. Consider this, if you will. A voyage to a celestial body that isn't quite like anything we're familiar with. A planet, yes, but not a rocky one like our own dear Earth, or Mars, or Venus. No, Saturn is something altogether different. It's what we call a gas giant, comprised mainly of hydrogen and helium, much like our Sun, but much colder. Now let's hypothesize about landing on Saturn. The first challenge is obvious. Where does one land on a planet without land? Without solid ground to greet us, we would instead be met with layers upon layers of dense swirling clouds. We might, in theory, attempt to land on these clouds, but that would be akin to trying to set foot on a foggy morning's mist. The next hurdle would be the crushing pressure. As we descend further into Saturn, the pressure would increase exponentially. By the time we reach what could be considered sea level on Earth, the pressure would be more than 1,000 times what we're accustomed to. It's not a hospitable environment, to say the least. And then we must address the extreme temperatures. Saturn is, on average, a chilling negative 285 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than anything we experience on Earth. Colder even than the surface of Pluto. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of this hypothetical landing is the possibility of sinking into the planet. Without a solid surface to halt our descent, we could continue to sink into the gaseous depths of Saturn, eventually succumbing to the immense pressure and cold. Such a journey would be a daring plunge into the unknown, a test of our technological prowess and our thirst for discovery. It would be a journey unlike any other, taking us to the limits of our understanding and beyond. But as with all ventures into the unknown, it would not be without its perils. Such a journey would indeed be fraught with danger and uncertainty. The journey to Saturn would push the boundaries of our current technology. Unfathomable distances, the need for advanced spacecraft, and communication challenges due to the distance from Earth are just a few obstacles we'd face. Saturn is about 9 times the distance from the Earth to the Sun. This vast expanse of space presents a formidable test of our current propulsion technology. Even with our fastest spacecraft, it would take several years to reach Saturn. Therefore, a mission to Saturn would require not just speed, but also the ability to sustain life for extended periods, far beyond what we've ever achieved. The spacecraft itself would need to be a marvel of modern technology. Saturn's environment is unforgiving, to say the least. Extreme temperatures, high radiation levels, and a thick atmosphere filled with hydrogen and helium are some of the harsh conditions that our spacecraft would need to withstand. The craft would also need to be equipped with specialized instruments capable of studying Saturn's unique features like its iconic rings and numerous moons. Moreover, the spacecraft would need to navigate through Saturn's complex system of rings, which are made up of countless particles of ice and rock, ranging from tiny dust grains to massive chunks the size of mountains. Any collision with these particles could spell disaster for the mission. Then there's the challenge of communication. The vast distance between Earth and Saturn would cause significant delays in transmitting and receiving signals. Real-time communication as we know it would be impossible. This would necessitate the development of advanced autonomous systems that can make critical decisions without immediate input from Earth. To top it all, the mission would have to contend with the unknown. Despite our extensive knowledge about Saturn, there's still much we don't know. Unexpected challenges could arise at any moment, requiring innovative solutions and quick thinking. Yet, despite the seemingly insurmountable challenges, the human spirit of exploration continues to thrive. The technological hurdles to reaching Saturn are daunting, but they also represent opportunities for innovation, pushing us to expand our capabilities and reach for the stars. The idea of landing on Saturn is intriguing, yet filled with numerous challenges. This statement encapsulates our journey through the enigmatic world of Saturn. Let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've discussed. We began by pondering the intriguing thought of setting foot on Saturn. A planet known for its breathtaking rings and numerous moons, it holds a fascination that transcends the boundaries of our blue planet. However, as we delved deeper into this thought experiment, we were met with the harsh realities of Saturn's environment. Saturn, unlike our familiar Earth, is a gas giant lacking a solid surface to land on. Its immense gravity and extreme temperatures make it inhospitable to human life. The atmospheric pressure is crushing, much like being deep beneath the ocean, while the violent winds whip around at the speeds that would make our worst hurricanes seem like a gentle breeze. Even if we were to overcome these environmental challenges, we would still be faced with the conundrum of the hypothetical landing. With no solid ground to touch down on, a traditional landing is out of the question. Instead, we would need to consider alternatives such as floating habitats or airships, adding a new layer of complexity to the mission. These challenges lead us to the technological advancements necessary for such a journey. Current technology would not suffice. We would need to make giant leaps in engineering and science, from creating spacecraft capable of withstanding Saturn's harsh conditions to developing living environments for astronauts. The technological requirements are immense. Yet despite these challenges, the thought of landing on Saturn continues to captivate us. It pushes us to innovate, to question, and to explore. Each obstacle encountered serves as a stepping stone, propelling us further into the unknown. While we might not be landing on Saturn anytime soon, the exploration and understanding of such celestial bodies continue to extend the boundaries of human knowledge and imagination. After all, it's not just about the destination, but the journey that gets us there.